Hello viewers, welcome to JSM. In this lecture, we are going to discuss six important named reactions. Okay, so those are very important. So many times questions are asked in the IIT and NEET and other entrance examinations also. So in this lecture, how to remember them easily? They have some similarities. Okay, so by comparing all the six reactions, we can remember in easy way. That we will discuss here. Okay, so first one is that the Woods reaction. So in this reaction, what happens? Alkyl halide. Okay, alkyl halides react with sodium metal in presence of dry ether or in dry ether. Okay, it is a solvent. Okay, alkyl halide react with sodium to form hydrocarbon plus sodium halide. Hydrocarbon plus sodium halide. If we balance this reaction, so 2 moles of alkyl halide react with sodium, so we get a hydrocarbon plus here we get 2 moles of sodium halide. Okay, so to remember this one easily, we can write in this way also: alkyl halide plus 2 moles of sodium plus another alkyl halide. So here it is dry ether. Okay, simply I am writing DE means dry ether. Okay, so here simply what happens, these halogens carried away along with the sodium, and there is a bond formation between carbon of this alkyl group and carbon of this alkyl group. So we get a hydrocarbon plus 2 moles of sodium halide. Okay, so you can remember in this way or in this way. Simply what is happening, sodium is taking this halogen away and there is a bond formation between two alkyl groups. CC bond is formed. So here we get the hydrocarbon as the product. Okay, for example, let us take with one specific example. So we have CH3Cl plus 2 moles of sodium dry ether. Okay, so 2 moles of CH3Cl. What is the product here? CH3 plus 2 moles of sodium chloride. So no, see, never try to by heart these specific examples. Only focus on the general reaction, then only we can remember organic chemistry reactions easily. Okay, only focus on the general reaction. See, this is the general reaction. See, whatever the alkyl group, whatever the halide here, what is happening overall, there is a bond formation between carbon and carbon, and see here sodium halide is formed. If you take CH3Br, for example, another example we will take CH3CH2Br plus 2 moles of sodium dry ether. Here what is the product? CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Okay, so for understanding purpose we are writing like this, plus 2 moles of sodium bromide is formed. Sir, no, see, if you observe these reactions, nothing in this, you should remember only this general reaction. Clear? So what is happening overall, this halogen and sodium is removed as sodium halide. If chlorine is here, we have sodium chloride. If you have bromine here, we have sodium bromide. Okay, and if you take CH3, here alkyl group is CH3, here we have product CH3CH3 or C2H6. So here if you take CH3, CH2 is the alkyl group, and here the product is CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3 or C4H10. Okay, clear? So in this way easily we can remember this Woods reaction. Next, Frank-Land reaction. So what is Frank-Land reaction? So here it is also similar to Woods reaction. So same alkyl halide react with zinc metal. Okay, same here dry ether only. D is dry ether. So here we get hydrocarbon plus ZnH2, zinc halide. Okay, see, look at the difference between these two. The only difference is that here the metal we are using is sodium in the Woods reaction, and in the Frank-Land reaction the metal used is zinc. Okay, so here we take 2 moles of sodium with 2 moles of halogen compound. Okay, and here 1 mole of zinc with 2 moles of alkyl halide or halogen compound, because zinc valency is 2 and sodium valency is 1. So that's why here we have to take 2 moles of sodium here only 1 mole of zinc for 2 moles of alkyl halide. Okay, so here also suppose we have, for example, remember this general reaction only. So CH3I. Okay, so we have 2 moles of methyl iodide plus zinc in dry ether. What is the product here? CH3 or C2H6 plus ZnI2, like this. Okay, clear? So very simple. In Wurtz reaction, sodium is the metal we use, and in the Franklin reaction, zinc is the metal which we are using. Okay, so by comparing these two, we can remember easily. Next here, Fittig reaction. Okay, so here if alkyl halide react with sodium metal, then that is Wurtz reaction. In the same manner, if aryl halides, okay, if aryl halides react with sodium metal in dry ether, so the reaction is called as Fittig reaction. Okay, the reaction is called as Fittig reaction, 2NaX. Clear? So here, what is this? Biphenyl, or it is also called as biaryl. Okay, biphenyl or biaryl product is formed. Here also what is happening? Very simple. This halogen is going away with the sodium as sodium halide, and there is a bond formation between carbon of one ring and carbon of another ring where we are removing this halogen. Okay, clear? So here what is, how can we remember these two? See, in Wurtz reaction, alkyl halide is the reactant, and in the Fittig reaction, aryl halide is the reactant in the Fittig reaction. Very simple. Okay, so if we take an example here, so 2 moles of chlorobenzene plus 2 moles of sodium, so in dry ether, so here we get biphenyl plus 2 moles of sodium chloride. Okay, 2 moles of sodium chloride. Clear? So in this way we can remember this reaction easily. See, if you remember Wurtz reaction, remaining reactions we can compare with the Wurtz reaction, this one and this one. Next here, Wurtz-Fittig reaction. So in this Wurtz-Fittig reaction, so what are the react? One alkyl halide plus 2 moles of sodium plus 1 aryl halide. Okay, so here in Wurtz-Fittig reaction, 1 mole of alkyl halide, 1 mole of aryl halide react with sodium metal in dry ether. So here the product is, see, alkyl substituted benzene plus 2 moles of sodium halide. Okay, so here also what is happening? These two halogens react with sodium removed as sodium halide, and there is a bond formation between carbon of this alkyl group and carbon of this ring. So here we get alkyl substituted benzene. Clear? For example, here if we consider CH3Cl plus 2 moles of sodium, and here we have chlorobenzene. Okay, so in dry ether, what is the product here? We get methyl benzene or toluene. Sorry, methyl benzene or toluene. 2 moles of sodium chloride is formed. Clear? Okay, in the Wurtz-Fittig reaction, alkyl halide plus aryl halide. In the Fittig reaction, aryl halide. In the Wurtz reaction, alkyl halide. Okay, so Wurtz-Fittig, and this is the Wurtz-Fittig reaction. Okay, by comparing we can remember easily. Clear? So next one is that Ullmann synthesis. Okay, so here in this one, a alkyl halide, okay, any alkyl halide react with copper metal in dry ether. Okay, alkyl halide plus copper. So here 2 moles of aryl halide react with copper metal. Here also the product is biphenyl is the product plus CuH2. Okay, cupric halide is formed here. Cupric halide is formed as the product here. Okay, now last one is Korehouse synthesis. Very important reaction. So here we have 3 major steps involved in this one. First here, a alkyl halide react with lithium metal in dry ether. Okay, alkyl halide react with lithium metal in dry ether. So here we get first of all alkyl lithium plus lithium halide is formed. In the next stage what happens? This formed alkyl lithium react with cuprous iodide. Okay, very important. See here, what is the reagent we are using here? Cuprous iodide. So here we get R2CuLi. Okay, R2CuLi plus lithium iodide. See, this one is a very important reagent. This is called as Gilman's reagent. Okay, Gilman's reagent. Remember this. Okay, so dialkyl lithium cuprate. Dialkyl lithium cuprate. This is famous reagent. It is called as Gilman's reagent. Remember this, dialkyl lithium cuprate. Okay, in the next stage we have another alkyl halide plus that react with the Gilman's reagent R2CuLi. So here we get R dash plus RCu plus LiX. Okay, so here one of the alkyl group react with this alkyl group, so we get R dash, and this X removed along with the lithium as LiX, and we have RCu. Okay, so RCu. So here this is the our major product which we are discussing here. Okay, so here this reaction can be given in this way also in the entrance examination. Generally they will give this Korehouse synthesis reaction as alkyl halide. So here they will give lithium in dry ether. Okay, at number 2 cuprous iodide, and number 3 R dash X. Okay, so like this they are giving in the examination. So here the product is R dash. Okay, so how can we remember this one easily? Means how to identify first of all whether it is Korehouse synthesis or not. One alkyl halide, next reagent first lithium in dry ether, followed by the cuprous iodide, and followed finally another alkyl halide. Okay, so here what is happening, what is the major product? How to write? Just to make a connection between this alkyl group and this alkyl group, that's all. Very simple. Okay, so these two groups may be same or different, no problem, whatever it may be. Okay, I will write one example for this one here. So for example they will give, okay, so for this reaction I am writing here, we have CH3Cl, okay, lithium in dry ether they have given, plus CuI is given, and here they have given that CH3CH2Cl. Okay, CH3CH2Cl. See here methyl chloride is given and here ethyl chloride is given. What is the product, major product formed here is that CH3CH2CH3. Okay, so just to make a connection between this alkyl group and this alkyl group, then that is the our major final product in the Korehouse synthesis reaction. Okay, clear? So in this way we can remember these reactions by comparing. Easily we can remember the reactions. Very important, all these 6 reactions. Okay, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel to support us.